Good morning, Reardon. At midnight on Friday the 19th, the government entered a historic shutdown, which will have profound effects on the current political climate, as well as numerous important issues. It was the first to occur when one party was in control of the House, Senate, and the White House. The shutdown occurred because the two political parties couldn't come to an agreement on this year's spending bill. The main gripe was the fierce debate regarding immigration. Democrats were pushing to defend DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. This Obama-era program, which was recently canceled by President Trump, protects undocumented immigrants who arrived in the U.S. as children from being deported.
If we fail to pass legislation to protect dreamers, 800,000 kids will be forced to watch their lives fall apart.
There are folks like Liz. She's a dreamer from Ridgefield, New Jersey. She literally created a startup business that employs over 800 people. She's a job creator, an entrepreneur, an innovator who people rely on for their jobs.
When you meet dreamers like I have, you will see that they are not numbers. They are not graphs. They are hard-working young people who are putting themselves through school and supporting their families.
Jesus Contreras, he was the paramedic from Houston who worked for 6 straight days, pulling all-nighter after all-nighter after Hurricane Harvey hit. Here's a guy that when we face crisis and people's lives were on the line, he stepped up. That's patriotism.
In addition to immigration, healthcare, disaster relief for Hurricane Maria, and military funding were also key issues. However, last Monday, a temporary solution was passed, which reopened the government through February 8th.
This has been a great experience in that every single person has been committed to getting to yes.
Every person here had their say of how we can work together and really make the place work again.
This means that between now and then, a long-term deal must be reached, otherwise the government would enter a shutdown once again. The bill was passed by a combined 48 Republicans and 33 Democrats. The bill provides 6-year funding for the Children's Health Insurance Program, or CHIP, as well. As for DACA and the Dreamers, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell offered essentially a promise that he would permit a legislative vote on DACA, as well as disaster relief funding, as well as military funding.
So long as the government remains open, it would be my intention to take up legislation here in the Senate that would address DACA, border security, and related issues.
Some Democrats were not as trustworthy, however, of McConnell's promise. Such noteworthy senators to vote against the bill were Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Cory Booker, and Kirsten Gillibrand.
I think this is a pretty high-profile promise right now. If he makes it on the floor to move ahead and proceed to a bill, I think the Democrats can hold into that, and so can we.
The bill fails to fix the moral issue we must solve. That's why I voted against it.
A Band-Aid has been placed on this issue, and the clock is ticking till the wound reopens or shuts down.
Welcome back. I'm here with George Christopher. Now, George, how do you think both sides are going to deal with the immigration issue and potential government shutdown?
Well, Greg, you have many sides in this fight, and it's possible that the House Republicans, more centrist Republicans like Lindsey Graham, will look to try to pass the DACA solution, as Mitch McConnell promised, with other Democrats. However, more hardliners like Tom Cotton and White House advisor Stephen Miller could put a monkey wrench in that plan. As for Democrats, they're going to try to hold Mitch McConnell to his promise, or they would prove correct the aforementioned Senators Sanders, Booker, Gillibrand, and Warren, who all voted against the bill because of their mistrust of the majority leader. They would be proved right if the DACA solution doesn't come through the House. As for the White House, many Republicans are very concerned that they aren't 100% sure what the president supports and what he will sign. Hopefully, hopefully for them at least, the State of the Union provided them with some sort of insight, and if not, then they are in trouble because they're not sure what the president supports.
Well said, George. Well, I'm Gregory Walsh, and this has been Headlines.